The courtroom of the nation was not a room made of marble and wood. It was an idea, towering and immovable, like the white pillars that stood beneath a vast blue sky. On one side of the public imagination stood a powerful former leader, his expression carved from years of confidence, controversy, and command. On the other stood a sharp-eyed journalist, microphone in hand, her voice steady, her questions relentless. Between them hovered the symbol that mattered most, the gavel. For years, the former leader had ruled the conversation. His words shaped headlines. His presence dominated screens, and his decisions echoed across borders. Supporters saw strength. Critics saw danger. But power, no matter how loud, eventually meets resistance not in shouting crowds, but in quiet chambers where rules matter more than volume. The journalist had built her reputation not on applause but on persistence. Night after night, she asked questions others avoided. She did not shout. She dissected. She did not accuse. She documented. To her, truth was not a weapon but a responsibility. As the nation grew more divided, her role became more dangerous and more necessary. The conflict was never truly personal. It was symbolic. One represented authority shaped by ambition and loyalty. The other represented accountability shaped by evidence and law. And above them both stood the highest court, silent yet powerful, its presence a reminder that no individual stands taller than the system itself. When the legal battle finally reached its peak, the country held its breath. Commentators argued, families debated at dinner tables, and social media burned with certainty and outrage. Yet inside the legal process there was no spectacle, only procedure. Documents were read. Arguments were weighed. History was consulted not as emotion but as precedent. The former leader stood firm, convinced that his legacy would protect him. He had survived scandals, elections, and storms of criticism. To him, this was another challenge to dominate. But courts do not bend to confidence. They listen, they measure, and they decide. The journalist watched closely, not as a participant but as a witness. Her role was not to influence the verdict, but to ensure the public understood its meaning. She explained complexities in simple language, reminded viewers why institutions exist, and why discomfort is sometimes the price of democracy. As the gavel finally came down, its sound was not loud, but it was final. It did not declare victory for one side or humiliation for the other. Instead, it reaffirmed something older and more important, that laws outlast individuals, and truth survives pressure. Some celebrated, some felt betrayed, others felt afraid. But the pillars still stood. The sky remained open, and the system, imperfect yet resilient, continued forward. Because power can challenge institutions, but it cannot replace them. And the gavel, resting once more, waited patiently for the next test.